Hello to all of my sexy pretties. My name is Drew Pickles Jr., son of the universe's gayest man, Drew Pickles and Barney the dinosaur. Today I'll be telling you a story on how I was left home alone at the Barney Bunch mansion. It all started where me, my daddies and the members of the Barney Bunch were all going to Florida to have a Christmas holiday vacation. We all had our bags and everything ready and packed up in Drewland. However, I needed to use the bathroom, so my daddy Drew Pickles told me to hurry to the bathroom. However, while I was in the bathroom, my daddies and the Barney Bunch all headed for the Pickles car and drove to the airport without me. When I walked out of the bathroom, I wondered where my daddies and the Barney Bunch were, so I looked everywhere but found out that they were not home. I then looked at the parking lot to see that the Pickles car was not in the driveway of the Barney Bunch mansion. Then I realized that I was left home alone. At first I was a bit scared of it, but then I remembered that my daddies say that being home alone isn't as bad as it seems as long as I behave myself. Thinking of all the fun things I could do while home alone, I would then decide to eat junk food and watch TV on the couch, to which it was very swell. I even decided to watch my shows while I shit myself on the couch, to which it was super swell. However, when the Barney Bunch discovered at the Florida airport a couple of hours later, they found out that I was missing and was left home alone. My daddy Drew Pickles called the Lion Queen and told her about what happened, so she said she will send someone to my house to check on me. I was not aware of that, as I shoved my cell phone up my ass while unleashing my swellness in my own home. While my daddy Drew Pickles was trying to get back to Drewland in the mansion to fetch me, I was taking a golden shower, to which it is very swell, while I was shoving the soap bar in my ass in the shower. As I was taking a shower, I called a local Taco Bell and ordered some well tacos for myself, as well as using my credit card to pay for all of it. As I was still in the shower, I was having my private time to myself, while looking at Pornhub game and going at it like being home alone is very swell. This is like the movie Home Alone that the Lion Queen likes, and decided to make this video based on it. God damn it, I broke the fourth wall. The piece of it goes up my ass like Now for me to unleash my swellness scream like swa 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 swa. Egg, that was swell. After my shower, my food from Taco Bell would be here, so I decided to pay the delivery guy with my Uncle Ronald's Doopy cheeseburgers, to which it'll be very swell. When the delivery guy arrived with my food, I got my food and said, "Hey sir, would you like some of my Doopy cheeseburgers?" The delivery guy would say, "No way, Drew Pickles Jr., I am good." Then I would say, "Oh come on dude, you'll like them, as they are very swell." As I ate a poopy cheeseburger, the delivery guy would puke like blah, and then he would say, "You're a sick fuck for eating that disgusting shit." A sick fuck, you say? Well then allow me to show you what happens when you say the magic word. I would then pound the delivery man with my 300-mile-long meat stick, and it would sound like It's not a good idea that you said the magic word. This Taco Bell will give me the shits later, but I don't care. And now for the frosting like swa 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 swa. Egg, that was swell. After the Taco Bell delivery guy left, I would then chow down my Taco Bell food, and it would be very swell. However, when I looked at the parking lot of my house, I saw a figure of what looked like a woman, but since it was far away, I couldn't tell who it was. But then it dashed down the street, so I had no chance of taking a look at who it was. Fearing that someone may try to break down the Barney Bunch mansion, I decided to make traps for the whole house just to defend myself. After I chowed down in my food from Taco Bell, I began to have a massive poopy dump in a large bucket and decided to put it to good use for one of my traps. As I was setting up the traps around the inside of my house, the figure of a woman came back with a girlfriend of hers. I then saw them walk towards the back doors of my house, so I grabbed a paintball gun and loaded it up with paintballs and got to the back door. I would then hear the door knock like knock 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 knock. Then I would hear a voice of a woman saying that it's Kim Possible and Shadow. Hearing that they were females, I did my best not to get so disgusted upon the females. Kim Possible would tell me that she and Shadow were sent by the Lion Queen to check on me, and that my daddies and the Barney Bunch realized that I was left home alone by mistake. I was not sure if someone was pretending to be King and Shadow, so I would have the paintball gun stick out of the doggy door. Then I would fire a shot at Shadow in the groin and she cried out in pain, saying that it hurts. I started to stifle some laughs, knowing that Shadow getting hit there with the paintball was super swell. Then Kim Possible would stick her head inside the doggy door and smiled at me. I then shot Kim Possible in the forehead with the paintball and the paint of purple splattered in her face, causing her to pull away from the doggy door. After that, Kim Possible would try to get in through the backyard by trying to climb up to my window, to which it resulted in me dumping my piss lemonade in her down below. Kim would get disgusted and say, "Drew Pickles Jr., I do not want that piss lemonade you made dumped on me, you little shit." As Kim cussed at me, I laughed and headed off to watch my pranks fulfill with success. Meanwhile at the front door, Shadow was trying to get inside the house, only to kick it open to have a bucket of worms dumped on her head. She would scream, "Drew Pickles Jr., this isn't funny." Then she would head off to find me. Kim Possible would be outside wandering around the house for a way to get inside the mansion. Then she would find the living room being open, so that being the case, Kim climbed through the window to be inside of the living room. Only for her to step in some poopy from me, making her gag in disgust. She would then walk towards the dining room to see Shadow covered in vomit from having it dumped on her head. When she opened the door for the kitchen, I would then laugh, as I'd hear Kim Possible and Shadow getting into another trap to which it'll result in them getting hit by Gruntilda's maggot pies in their faces. As Shadow and Kim Possible scream my name to get a shirt, then I would say, "I am here, girls, come and get me." As I said that, Shadow and Kim Possible would run towards the hallway to the stairs of the mansion. Kim Possible and Shadow would both step on my lettuce and they cried out "oh" so many times. While the two were heading upstairs, a large bucket of my poopy cheeseburgers would fall on top of Shadow and Kim Possible, resulting them getting sick and they both vomit like blar. After they puked, the two came up the stairs only to trip on a tripwire at the top of the stairs. Shadow would then kick down every door by screaming insults at me, only to have feathers being blown in her face, getting hit in the groin with a spring-loaded boxing glove and even having hot sauce being dumped on her head. As soon as Shadow looked at Kim, she was covered in garbage, vomit and even some toilet water. The girls could barely smell each other stinking, because they were both covered in filth. I would then unleash my pet rat to which he will then go inside of Kim's pants leg and cause her to freak out at something crawling up her back. As she starts screaming, Shadow would grab a baseball bat and hit Kim Possible in the chest thinking the rat was there, but he got away before Shadow could hit him. Kim and Shadow would argue until they saw that my bedroom was the only place they haven't looked yet. As they ran towards my bedroom door, Shadow's fists would be glowing green and shouted for me to come out. As she blasted her green plasma flames in my bedroom, she and Kim had no luck in finding me in my room. But when Kim and Shadow looked through my bedroom window, I was in my treehouse and say, "Hey girls, come and get me." As I said that, Shadow and Kim Possible would then get on the zip line to head for my treehouse, only for me to use the garden shears and cut it when they were halfway across. After they fell into some mud in the ground, I would then ran towards the parking lot of my house and then head inside my front door to see an angry Shadow and Kim Possible there. Well, you were the prankster pulling your swell pranks on us," Kim Possible would say, "and what was that for Drew Pickles Jr.? You're lucky that my green plasma flames didn't burn you ass," Shadow would say, as I grinned like an idiot. "Sorry girls, I didn't know it was you two, as I thought someone was trying to break in the Barney Bunch mansion. I was only keeping it safe." Shadow and Kim would forgive me for pulling pranks on them, but they did tell me not to do that again and to help them clean up the mess. After they helped me clean up the mess I made with pranking them, my daddy Drew Pickles will come and hug me, then heard about the chaos I caused while Kim and Shadow were here. Drew Pickles told me that they were just checking on me but told me not to pull that stunt again on them, especially Shadow, since she gets angry really quickly. I would then go with my daddy to Florida to have a holiday vacation with the Barney Bunch and it was super duper swell. And about what happened to Kim and Shadow after they left the mansion, they had really long showers just to get the stench of stinking filth off of them so they don't smell bad. Although my pranks were very swell, I sure had fun unleashing my swellness while home alone. Wow, this home alone pranking was super duper super swell. I think I'll do all of that while being home alone right now. See you later my sexy pretties, and hope you have a super duper swell day. I sure learned my lesson today, and that is never to piss off Shadow, unless you want your ass burned.